What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas back again with another rendition of Truth Be Told. Now, I could go into a whole bunch of stuff with politics and crap, like how the big tech companies and the CEOs of the media and the Democrats are all, trying to cancel all them doctors that stood in front of the Capitol building and told the world that, about the coronavirus, the truth about it, and that medicine that they claim it helps. There's also been stuff about how masks are, prolonged periods of wearing masks is damaging to your health. They want to erase that, ignore that too. Masks, it's been already proven that masks do not prevent the spread of the China virus. These rich CEOs of the big tech companies, the media, and these Democrats, they created the China virus kind of like it was an experiment, a test to see if they could get their brainwashed followers from the far left to bow down and get them to do what they wanted them to do through fear and intimidation. That's all it is. The proof is out there. They keep trying to cancel it. They don't want people to know about it. They were going on saying it was a bunch of misinformation, yada, yada, yada. But we all know the truth. Some of us just don't want to acknowledge it. They want to ignore it and pretend it's not true when, the facts are there. I don't care how much crap you want to make up. The truth and facts will always are undeniable, always. So you make up shit all you want. The far left can make up shit all they want, but you can't deny truth and facts. They don't care about your feelings. Okay, enough of that. That's all I have to say on politics this week. I'm going to try to steer a little bit more away from politics most of the time because it's just annoying how these brainwashed idiots just ignore facts. Anyways, I haven't done a video game in a while, a review on a video game for a while, so I'm going to do one this week. I've been bouncing back and forth between two particular games. This is an older game though. I've been playing the Outer Worlds, the new game, the Outer Worlds. It's similar to Fallout, but it's a rinse and repeat game. Like, you do quests and you literally, go out and look for ammo to upgrade your weapons and armor, and it's a rinse and repeat. Like, you do one section of the game and then you literally do something similar later on in the game. So I have to take a break every now and then from stuff like that, like Fallout and crap. That's very similar. So I also been playing a game called Banjo Kazooie, which was made by a company called Rare in 1998 for Nintendo 64. Now, this game is very similar to Super Mario World. Same type of gameplay. Mario World had you looking for stars to enter these pictures, which are different worlds. You would use these stars to open worlds or doors to get to enter these worlds through this picture. Banjo Kazooie is very, very similar in that aspect. Basically, you find these jigsaw puzzle pieces that actually go to a picture. You form the picture. It opens up a door to another world that you can go in and find more jigsaw puzzles. Your boss is kind of like the Wicked Witch of the West. Her name is Grundy, green with a black hat. Basically, she has a lair or a castle. Every floor has like a number of portraits or pictures for you to put puzzle pieces in to open doors. In each world that's in the castle or the witch's lair, there's 10 golden jigsaw pieces to find. There is also, you know how you had to collect coins in Mario World? In this, you collect notes. Now, the reason you want to collect these notes is because they allow you to open doors within the witch's lair, which allows you to get to another floor in the witch's castle or lair till you get to the top to defeat Grundy. In every world, you know, you got to find hidden puzzle pieces or whatever. There's always some type of task you got to do, similar to finding stars in Super Mario World. There's also a couple hidden honeycomb pieces. Honeycombs are your life meter. You gather so many of them and you get an extra honeycomb to your life meter. There's 2 of them on each world. There's also there's 3 places where they have this book called Crypto, who gives you a code word that allows you to collect more eggs or feathers. You also have this thing called like the Tiki Hut, Mumbo Jumbo Hut voodoo guy, and he'll transform you in certain levels. But you got to collect these skulls called voodoo skulls to gain that power to be able to be transformed into a certain little animal like a walrus, an alligator, blah blah blah. You know, each world has something different. You got to use this transformation to get certain puzzle pieces in certain areas of the world. Basically, the Wicked Witch of the West, Grundy, has kidnapped Banjo's sister. Banjo is like a big teddy bear, dressed like a big teddy bear. And then Kazooie's this red bird that she sets in his backpack. He has a backpack, she sets in it. She helps him throughout the game. You know, you have certain basic moves. You have this one particular move where you can toss eggs. I honestly think they should have left the eggs out because it's ridiculous. Half the time you can't even point him in the right direction to get the egg. I mean, you really have to get him in a certain spot to shoot the egg the right direction. It's a pain in the ass. Another pain in the ass is there's a couple spots in the game where you have to get these sneakers, which is a certain ability that you gain later on that makes Kazooie run really fast. There's a spot in the pyramid or the desert section world or whatever where you have to use these sneakers to get on top of this pyramid down this hole at the top. You literally have to be spot on second timing to make it. It's a real pain in the ass. There's a couple places like that. You learn a couple moves in just about every world that you visit. 1 to 2 moves. You have to find the mole guy to do it. He teaches you. Another useless move is Banjo's swinging his arms to hit stuff. You very rarely use it. It's a useless move. Other than that, the graphics are fairly decent. The gameplay's fun. I'm not a big fan of jumping games because half the time you can't get your characters to jump the right way. But other than that, the game's actually not bad. It's fun. It's like Mario World, like I said, if you like that type of game. I do have one major complaint. The camera style. Half the time you couldn't get the camera to zoom around Banjo. Or you couldn't, you had to go into first person mode to be able to look around because you couldn't get the camera to go behind him or around him or whatever. I find crap like that annoying, especially in these type of games, because sometimes you're running or going in a certain direction and you can't get the camera to move with you, so you don't know where you're going. It's very annoying. There's several places in the game that does that to you. But other than that, I like the game. I definitely recommend it if you like Super Mario World. 2 thumbs up. Not a bad game. There is a sequel, and I'll eventually get to it, called Banjo Kazooie. So, I intend to play that too eventually. And that's all I have for you. Alright, movie holics, let's get on to your B-rated movie reviews. This week is Fantasy Week. I went with the Asian route this time. And the Asians view fantasy a little bit different than we do. Most of their fantasy movies, well, most of their movies in general, most generally have some type of form of martial arts in it. Second, their magic or sorcery is, again, martial arts related most generally. You know, kind of like ninjas and you know, tricks like, you know, smoke bombs, you know, invisibility type stuff, or you know, hiding in the certain areas you wouldn't expect them to be, that kind of stuff, you know, ninja type stuff, you know, you know, fireworks, you know, cloaks, real bright shiny metal, you know, it gives off a flare, that kind of thing. That's their magic, type of magic and sorcery most of the time. But anyways, like I said, I went with a couple Asian flicks this time for fantasy. I wanted to do something a little bit different for fantasy. The first movie I'm going to review is called 5 Elements Ninjas, and it was done in 1982. There was no box office. It starred Tin Shi Shang and Pei Sai Shen. I hope I got their names right. Never know with Asian names. They're a lot of times hard to pronounce. Anyways, the story is about 2 rival schools. martial arts schools, wanting the seat of power to control like the domain they're in, the area, province, or whatever, city. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what it was called. But one has had the seat for a while, and they're kind of like criminals. And the hero guys, they're all dressed in white. They want to take over, bring justice back to the land, that kind of thing. Anyways, the criminal school, they get a hold of the Japanese, and the Japanese come in with a different school, a ninja school. And the heroes go up against this ninja school, and they pretty much get their asses handed to them. Now, the ninjas are using 5 elements: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. That's their type of magic. Anyways, they pretty much, like I said, the heroes get their asses handed to them. Well, the ninjas decide they're taking over the town or whatever. They kill off the criminal kung fu guys. You know, the hero kung fu guys, they're Chinese. The Japanese are the ninjas. The ninjas come in, they take over the city, area, province, whatever. And then they go in and wipe out the hero school. One of them escapes. He makes it to an old master of ninjutsu, who he finds out 3 of his brothers are there training with him. So his whole school wasn't actually quite wiped out. So they continue training with the master, ninjutsu master, in order to get revenge against these ninjas and this ninja master, that evil ninja master. They eventually face them all. They go through all the trials, through the 5 elements, destroying all of them with certain tricks and stuff of the trade. And then they have to fight the evil ninja master at the end. They eventually defeat him too, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. Naturally, the acting isn't really that great. I mean, it's an old kung fu flick, but the fighting is excellent. The fighting was awesome. Really great if you like old kung fu flicks. That kind of type of martial arts. Graphic wise, I mean, it's old school. You know, it looks pretty much like they were on a movie set. But otherwise, you know, like I said, if you're into martial arts and that kind of fantasy, martial arts fantasy, I give it 2 thumbs up. It is a cool flick. You should check it out. I definitely recommend it. The next one I checked out was a movie called Legendary Weapons of China, or Legendary Weapons of Kung Fu. It's known as either one. It was done in 1982. It starred Chi Lang Liu and Kara Wai, or Wei, Kara Wei maybe. Like I said, I hope I got the names pronounced right. I'm not sure with Chinese names. And then, of course, there was no box office again. Another old kung fu flick. That basically, the story is there's an old master of these 5 schools who formed a pact to keep their magic and sorcery secret, you know, the tricks of the trade, basically. This Kung Fu master has been going around telling people, hey, it's not real magic, it's not real sorcery, it's just tricks, magician tricks,
You know who I am?
you know, smoke bombs, blah, 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 that kind of thing. So they have someone who wants the guy killed off. So this guy goes around, he tells these 5 schools to send a member of each school to go after this guy, and whoever kills him, he'll pay them the money, some money for killing him. So each school sends somebody after the old master that's left the school. They come after him. Some type of magic and sorcery society is what it's called, of the 5 schools. You know, they represent this group. They come after the old master one by one. Each of them gets their ass handed to them. 2 of the pupils actually join the old master and help fight with them. He pretty much defeats everybody. A couple of them get killed, that kind of thing. The main guy who really, there's one guy who really admires him, but he, you know, orders are orders. He tries to kill him. One of the young guy who joined the old master was actually an old pupil of his. They get in a big fight at the end. It's really cool looking. They're flipping and switching weapons constantly while they're fighting. It's really neat to watch. But in the end, this guy, he gets defeated, but he leaves. But the old master knows he'll eventually come back. They'll eventually try to kill him off. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. Like I said, the acting's not going to be great. It's old Kung Fu flick. Of course, you know, CGI, you know, whatever, special effects. You know, it's old school, you know, firecrackers, smoke bombs, that kind of thing. But the fighting was excellent. The fighting's excellent. Yeah, I mean, you knew what was going on. You could follow along for the most part. It wasn't really that confusing. Awesome fight scenes in this whole movie. I definitely give this, if you like old Kung Fu flicks, I definitely give this movie 2 thumbs up. I recommend it. It's really great to watch. You know, I like martial arts films. I never really got to the old Kung Fu flicks. But, you know, it's okay every once in a while to check one out. It doesn't bother me, especially if the Kung Fu, the fight scenes are really good. I'll check it out. Anyways, like I said, their fantasy is completely different. It all has to do with martial arts. But still, excellent movies. I definitely recommend both of these movies. Check them out. I definitely, like I said earlier in the video, definitely check out Banjo Kazooie. I guarantee you, you'll like that game too. If you like Mario type games. Anyways, that's basically all I have for you this week. Please leave any comments you have down below. Any suggestions of any type of movies you want me to check out and review, old ass type movies, leave it suggestions down in the comment section down below. Maybe a hidden gem in there or out there that I've missed, I've never heard of. Uh, I try to get that out to you guys. You know, I check out some of the older stuff that you might have missed. Anyways, that's all I have for you this week. And until next time, I told you you'd be told the truth, and you've just been told.